AKAPADers, welcome to the 31 Days of Dread. I am your host, Peter A. DeLuca, aka the Pop Culture Pope, and this is where we do one horror movie a day for the entire month of October. And today we're talking probably the greatest horror franchise ever, and it's Child's Play. So let's get through that intro and get into it. Alright everyone, before we get into something spooky, let me tell you something. Trial by Fire. It's my comic book available right now on Indiegogo. Link in the description. And I will see you on the printed page. Everyone, thank you for joining me. So during this entire month of October, I'm doing two things. I'm doing the 31 Days of Dread. I'm doing Inktober. And the big thing I'm doing. So I'm doing two things productively. The big thing I'm doing is a Halloween party. So every single day it is micro planning the Halloween party. Like every little detail is like thought out, because I don't know, I always try and bring in whenever look, even if I have a guest over, even if I have you come over for like a movie, okay, or just to hang out, just to catch up, I think about the entire experience, like from you entering the door, from you walking into my building to you leaving. I go for end-to-end experiences. I like to go over every single detail. I like to go over like some of those subconscious things that you like, that make you uncomfortable around like people's houses and things like that. I don't know. It's soothing to me, and I compare it similar. This might be like the social version of what they call tilling. And tilling is like when you buy something like from IKEA and you unpack the like everything that comes with IKEA, meaning the screws, the Allen wrenches, and you lay it all out in a particular way that is it's soothing. And there's a term for that. It's called tilling. But anyway, everyone, give me 1 second. I need to check some of the audio real quick here. Okay. So look. I'm still going through like all these micro baby issues with my soundboard, and as soon as I see my my sound wave differ from like as I'm talking, if it's not consistent, I immediately go crazy and hit the panic button. But everyone, so hopefully you out there, hopefully you're planning a Halloween party also. And you don't have to worship the dead. You just have to want to get together with your friends, have some tasty snacks, eat some interesting things, and partake in a little bit of the alcohol if that's your deal. But okay, so I said in the intro that this was Child's Play, 1988, directed by Tom Holland. I said that this was the greatest horror movie ever. I mean, horror franchise ever. So by that, I don't mean that Child's Play, 1988. And I have to differentiate this one because we have also Child's Play, 2019. And there's only two movies, called Child's Play. And you might be like, but Pete, there's like there's 8 of these movies. Yes, but the series does transform into Chucky. And Chucky is a different block of movies than Child's Play 1 through 3. So there's only 2 movies named Child's Play. So I have to say Child's Play 88. Directed by Tom Holland, who is seasoned and he's good. He's this guy knows how to tell a story. So let me lay it down, okay? Because look, I could waste all this time telling you about the movie, or I can tell you why the movie's important. I'd rather tell you why this movie's important than go through the plot with you, okay? Now, some of that overlaps, so let's get into it. Essentially, when you watch Child's Play, you have to compare it to the other franchises. Okay, now all these movies never started with the intent of becoming a franchise. I'm talking Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Child's Play, so on and so forth. Now, I think by the time Child's Play came out, people knew it was a definite possibility to get sequels. because there was a little bit of a horror slasher craze. Classifying Child's Play, it's a tough feat because we have characteristics of a slasher movie. We have characteristics of cultology, okay? It's somewhat of a occult movie. We have characteristics of a newling, okay, which is child endangerment, like child torture almost. Now, all of these things are prevalent in modern horror. We have movies like Annabelle and The Boy. The There's a great movie that always makes the list for 31 Days of Dread, never makes the lineup. It's called Dolls. Dolls should have been the pairing for this because they're both 80s movies. They both, they're trying a lot of the same things, but Child's Play breaks through. And it breaks through because of the antagonist, because of Chucky. Okay, now Chucky's a doll that's possessed. It's possessed through voodoo. Okay, right? Like the premise of Child's Play, just to get people into the room, it's crazy. Okay, because we have a criminal. He possesses a doll. The doll takes on his soul, and he needs to complete a ritual within a sequence of time to transfer his soul into someone else. So this dude's essentially immortal. These are the baseline concepts that dictate the Child's Play universe. Now, he has and Texas Chainsaw Massacre also when it comes to Texas Chainsaw, Leprechaun. Again, these are the forward franchises of horror. So within this movie, though, we have immortality. We have Chucky, who, pretty is like a perfected Freddy Krueger. And by that, I mean Chucky is more Freddy Krueger out of the box, pun intended, than these other movies. See, Freddy Krueger's personality slowly transformed through time and through the movies. It took a long time for Freddy Krueger to become almost like the cultural icon he became, meaning like what's the attitude, what are the ideas, what are we really doing with Freddy? Chucky is that as soon as he becomes Chucky, okay? And what I mean by that's why that's important is because there's the development, okay? And this is a little bit of like why I like some Pixar movies when I did watch those things. Is Pixar always had a way to stamp and personify the character as soon as he was on screen. Like like it's almost like something's happening off screen, and then we cut to the character, and he's already like formed. Chucky's already formed, so we have this like somewhat of this mystery, this draw of a doll possessed, and he's exacting some of his revenge because he gets screwed over. He's a criminal. He gets screwed over by some of his friends in the beginning of the movie, and he's on a revenge streak, and he's manipulating a little child to bring him around town. And he talks to the little kid, and we have a little bit of that paranoid thriller too. See, this movie's good because it's multiple movies in one. And it's a great movie to watch. It's such a fun movie to watch. So we have these elements. The kid has a mother. The mother's a working mother. Like all of these things, and a lot of this overflows into Child's Play 2099 that no one liked, by the way, BTW. Yeah. So it's like these ideas and these expectations that we have from horror movies, especially from episode ones or like movie ones. Nightmare on Elm Street delivers. Halloween just doesn't hold up at all. I prefer the Rob Zombie Halloween remake. I just think that's sleeker. It's cooler. It's edgier. It's crazier, darker. There's I always love that crawl sequence at the which I always reference it, like at the end of the movie where she's just like underground, like a house, and there's Christmas lights like everywhere. So Halloween's like very similar to Star Wars New Hope for me. It's just it doesn't land anymore. Friday the 13th, it's a no go. Leprechaun's fun. Texas Chainsaw, probably like the second or the third. So like you kind of already see Chucky is like in the top three. I like Chucky being number one because the construction, the world building, and the absolute fun that this movie is. It's awesome. Chucky, the like the appeal, the draw of a crazy doll, okay, that is just nothing but angry, Satan worshiping doll, okay. It's awesome, okay. He has this disdain, he has this like bloodthirst for his victims. It's completely bonkers and it completely works. I would watch Child's Play over Nightmare on Elm Street and definitely over Halloween like any day of the week. So we get this movement. Child's Play, 1988. 2 years later, Child's Play, 1990. 1 year after that, Child's Play 3. Now, I cannot speak to you about what happens in Child's Play 2 and 3. I no idea. I just know this movie ends with a black burnt Chucky, missing limbs, and no one can talk about what happened because no one's going to believe a doll is possessed, which is the also like crazy fun like aspect of these movies that kind of does even overflow into Child's Play 2019. So 91, 7 years later, we get Ronnie Yu. Ronnie Yu is a veteran filmmaker, come from China, Warriors of Virtue. He's made a lot of good movies. And, like I would say he's made as many good movies as Tom Holland, the director of Child's Play. Tom Holland, shout out. He made a movie called Cloak and Dagger in 1984, Temp 93. These are two movies I absolutely love. I haven't seen Holland's 1996 Thinner, but he also did one of the best Stephen King adaptations with Fright Night. He also wrote Class of 84 and Psycho 2. This dude's legit. So getting back to Ronnie Yu comes in and directs Bride of Chucky. The title alone thrills people. It sparks the imagination. It's like a WTF moment. And we get this female Chucky, this female doll. Now, the franchise transforms, becomes Child's Play. Now it becomes Chucky. Everybody, everyone, Nightmare on Elm Street, we wanted that to become the Freddy series. Everyone. Friday the 13th, we wanted that to become the Jason Voorhees series. They tried it with Jason X. They did. They actually tried to put Jason within the movie, like the title. They do it with Chucky. They do it with Child's Play. And this movie completely blows everyone's mind, brings the franchise back, and 6 years later, we get the perfect follow-up. We get Seed of Chucky. Okay, so now we have demonic possessed dolls having babies. Now we have two other movies. One of them I watched a little bit of, and I can't tell you much about it. I must have like maybe not been in a focused mood, but I just remember it being very sci-fi TV looking. If you guys know what I mean. But we have Curse of Chucky 2013, and we have Cult of Chucky 2017. And I guess Cult of Chucky somewhat ends the story, ends the franchise for good. That's not bad. 7 movies. 1998 to 2017. That's a really good run. But then we get a remake. We get a remake a year ago. 2019, Child's Play. Now, here's the thing. Child's Play traditionally was a November, like, Christmas release. And they released Child's Play 2019 in June. I think part of the look of that, like similar to how Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween, they have a look of suburbia. Okay, street lights, bushes, patios, like all that stuff. Child's Play, if you're doing like a reboot, if you're doing like a movie one, it needs to be within winter. It needs to be snow. this is one of the things that programs us, it embeds us, because Child's Play 1988 is heavy with snow. It's heavy with this idea. I mean, there's this one shot in Child's Play 1988 that it's real snow. I can't think of many movies that have a real snow scene, and it's amazing. It's awesome. Again, there's so many things I like about this movie. So our next episode 11, day 11, we're going to do Child's Play, June 21st, 2019. Okay, so everyone completely trashed this movie. And I guess you can see where I'm going to go, because every time we go through this, every single year, there's a horror movie that I think is way better than people give it credit for. And for me, for this year, I guess this year's entry into that, it's Child's Play, because people had expectations. They saw the movie and no one liked it. And I think I'm being fair when I say no one liked it. Yeah, Tyler Burton Smith, the screenwriter, and Lars Klevberg. Those are your minds behind the new Child's Play, guys. I'm on your side. I think you guys did a good movie. So the things that make this movie great are also the idea that the franchise is still. So the Nightmare on Elm Street and the Friday the 13th movies, for example, they and Halloween, which maybe had the worst run of sequels. Texas Chainsaw is in a perpetual loop of rebooting and doing prequels. And then we have Leprechaun that just, like, similar to Chucky, though, just went forward and crazier. But Leprechaun 2 also got rebooted. So I think Leprechaun in the Hood or Leprechaun in Space might have been like the last one. No one liked that reboot either. So, but by being still and staying in one place, this is what I mean by Chucky. The Chucky from the 1998 movie, the Chucky from this movie, he is essentially Chucky in all of these movies, with little backstory and revelation along the way. Freddy evolved. Freddy continuously had you had to put more in the lunchbox for Freddy. Same with Jason, same with Michael Myers. Chucky is Chucky no matter what. Technically, the Chucky from 88 can team up with the Chucky from 2019. See, like, it's a still character, meaning he's like a Mickey Mouse. It doesn't matter where he is Mickey Mouse. When Mickey Mouse is on stage with Bob Iger or Michael Eisner or even Walt Disney, when you have that dude in the costume, he's still the same Mickey Mouse from playing crazy. There's like a script. There's character traits you don't betray. And Chucky is personified within the first movie, and we're at 2019. Okay, or like it's almost the same. It's amazing. Now, this newer Chucky has a different origin, not quite the same. I think that's what people, okay, I'm going to go into it. Tomorrow, day 11 of the 31 Days of Dread, we're going to get into Child's Play 2019. I am happy when I say that Child's Play is the greatest horror franchise of them all, for good reason. And for that, I'm out of here, everyone. Thanks for listening. Tomorrow, we're doing Chucky again, and then we're doing Maximum Overdrive and Trucks. Same short story, two different interpretations. It's a amazing pairing. I'll get into that then too. Okay, everyone, have a good day. Rock and roll, and I love you. Quick announcement. So this episode is dedicated to my father, R.I.P. Tony DeLuca, Tony Ironfeet. We love you, and we miss you every single day.